They came out with numbers post-market hours yesterday. Bajaj Auto looked like a pretty good set of numbers. It was better than what the street was estimating for sure. But there are both bull and bear case scenarios in the market. So let's take a look at first the bull case. Morgan Stanley's, Jefferies and Motilal Oswal, three brokerages that are positive on the stock and have raised either earnings estimates or target prices. Morgan Stanley has raised the target price from 4,486 to 5,063. Jefferies has raised it to 5,100 from 4,800 earlier, and Motilal Oswal has a target price of 4,400. Now, the bull case is that the numbers, despite all the challenges, are looking pretty good. The EBITDA margin is at a 9-quarter high, and there are three catalysts for future growth. There's the Chetak EV ramp-up. You know, they're increasing production of the Chetak. So now from 3,000 retail sales a couple of months ago, it's gone to 5,500. And once the production increases to 10,000 units per month, then of course sales will also pick up. So that is one trigger. Second is a Triumph product launch that happens on the 27th of June, and that could help them scale up in their premium motorcycle segment. And the third is recovery in exports in FY24, which the management in their own admission said will happen from July onwards. So, you know, these are the three triggers that the bulls are hoping for. On the bear side, you have Citi and CLSA, but just wanted to point out that both Citi and CLSA, despite having a bear case, have raised their target price. So Citi has raised it to 4,000. CLSA has downgraded the stock to a buy, but has raised their target price to 4,659. The bear case, once again, is on the export front. They talk about how the unavailability of the dollar remains a key concern for export markets, and timeline for a perceptible volume recovery remains uncertain. So these are a couple of things to watch out for. Mitul Shah, who tracks this stock closely, joins in now. Mitul, good morning. Are you on the bull or the bear case, bear bandwagon? And what's your outlook on the stock now?
Yeah, good morning, Sonia. Thanks for having me on CNBC. We yesterday downgraded it to hold recommendation, considering all those positives seems to be priced in, because stock has reasonably moved up. In fact, it has given 25% kind of a return in last 6 months, whereas Nifty was nearly flat. So positive seems to be priced in, upside would be limited, and there is possibility of further negative surprises on the export front, as street is expecting recovery or a strong bounce back July onwards, which management highlighted earlier. We believe that entire FY24 would remain under pressure, and export growth would be just single digit, probably just 5-6% growth, and which will be 20% below the peak level recorded company for export in FY22.
Okay, got that. So, you know, the one thing though, which I think the management has also alluded to, has been that exports continue to remain vulnerable, right? And that's largely because of external conditions, shortage of dollars and things like that. That engine will take some time to start firing. What is your own expectations there?
Yeah, here I would like to give something insightful, that in case of export, for example, Nigeria, their bike used to cost roughly 240,000, 250,000 kind of a naira per vehicle pre-COVID level. Now, after this currency devaluation, prices going up because of the cost inflation passed on everything, it is now more than double, nearly 500k naira is the price of the vehicle there. So affordability is a major question mark, and apart from those currency related issues, purchasing power has gone down, which we believe will take sizable time to get back to those pre-COVID level, and that is where the company will continue to find the challenge. And that's why, as against street expectation of double-digit growth for FY24 in export because of a very low base of last year, we believe that it would remain a single-digit growth only. And that's where valuations are not very comfortable for major upside from this level.
Okay. What about the triggers, you know, in terms of, there are two big triggers for the company, right? One is, of course, the Chetak EV ramp up. I know EVs is still a very small part of the overall business, but in any case, that's the future, it seems. So that's one. The other one is the Triumph launch that happens at the end of June. Do you think these two triggers are enough for the stock to perhaps re-rate on the upside, or do you think it's still a very small part of the overall pie?
Yeah, that's right. Both seems to be a trigger in terms of a positive sentiment as well as some improvement on the business side. But in terms of number, not even FY24, probably even next 2-3 years, this number would not make any major impact on the financials of the company, or financial contribution to bottom line would be still much smaller to give any valuation comfort in terms of further re-rating. Even for Chetak also, 10,000 units per month probably may not lead to a break even or near to break even kind of a number. So FY25 may see something positive on the bottom line from Chetak side. Similarly, on Triumph also, we believe that initial phase of investment would continue for next 1.5 year before it makes some noticeable profit.
Okay, a quick word on Maruti because it comes out with numbers today and it is one of the biggest nifty gainers in the pre-opening session. You're a bull, are you a bear? What are your thoughts?
See, we remain positive on Maruti considering a strong pending order book in the PV segment itself, and particularly in case of Maruti, Maruti is now launching all those new products in the SUV segment, which has been gaining the momentum, will continue like that. So there is a market share gain possibility very high for company in coming months. And the way Bajaj has reported quarterly performance, there is a similar kind of a positive outcome for the all other OEMs in terms of a benefit on the raw material side. So margin for all the OEMs, including Maruti. So we remain positive on Maruti Suzuki.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining in. In fact, on Bajaj Auto that you were mentioning, we will, of course, pose all of these questions to the management. The management of Bajaj Auto joins in at 9:30 a.m. today on Bazaar. So do stay tuned in for that. We're just getting into the market opening in, I think, less than 5 minutes from now. So let's get our technical guests back on board.